Welcome to the Digitally Dreaming of the Gridiron podcast. I'm joined today by Wyoming Mustangs running back and arena football running back. It looks like he's had a pretty kind of great run, started his career. Brian Handley. Brian, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. How you doing today, man?
Doing great, brother. Doing great, man. So yeah, we're just talking about, I was flexing on you, my jerseys and shit, and I was talking so much about myself, you know what I mean? Because I'm just so self-obsessed with myself, and you know how I do it. But obviously this episode's about you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to obviously kind of diving in and kind of really dissecting kind of, you know, your challenges, your accomplishments, and kind of where you're headed. So let's kind of talk about first, you know, first of all, how was New Year's? Was it a good New Year's, or kind of, you know, how's 2020 been for you so far?
Man, the year's been great for me so far. This year I've just mostly been training on, you know, being faster, being more explosive as an athlete. Last year was my first year in arena. It was my rookie season. So I had a bad time in trying to bounce it outside a lot. And I seen arena football is different than, you know, outdoor football. So like experience I had last year and the knowledge I know as a running back, man, you got to get downhill. And it's a different game than outdoor football. That's why I see NFL guys that don't succeed in the arena because it's so different. So I feel like once you learn the style of a play, you know, it gets easier for you. And this year my goal is to, you know, go out and have a good year and get us AFL championship.
100%. You know, and obviously to that point, you know, I mean, we have seen some like marquee NFL players like T.O. and others try to play in arena, and you've seen them struggle, right? And,
yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, you know, even for me, when I played, there are a lot of guys who are like to a call down, call back up. I got to play against them or play with them, you know, and, you know, whether it was the Cal Eagles, whether it was the Chicago Falcons, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? You could see the difference. Faster, smaller spaces as a running back. And, you know, to my last two, I guess about 2 days ago, Tim Whitfield, like, you know, a running, even when I played, you know, obviously last time I played was 4 years ago, but pretty much, you know, when my career ended, running wasn't really an element, but it seems now it's become like kind of it's broken, like in like it's broken. The arena scene is broken wide open for running backs, right? Like,
yes, sir.
Essentially, I mean, and you can elaborate on that if you want.
Yes, sir. I totally agree with that. I feel like over the years, as you said, arena football has expanded. You know, that's what I love about it because I feel like you can't really have a great passing game without a running game. You can't forget your running backs. Running back, to me, I feel like we're the best athletes on the field. We have to block, we have to run, we also have to catch. So I feel like, you know, we're a big part of the game. I love that, you know, everybody thinks it's passing, but you also run the ball. Also, in my personal career, I played with Wyoming Mustangs last year. I will be playing for the Southwest Kansas Storm this year. It's an organization closer to home. I'm from Arkansas, and I just wanted to get closer home to my kids. So, like I said, I hope we just have a great year this year, man.
100%. No, definitely good things, big things in store for the South Arkansas. What was the name of the team? Sorry.
Southwest Kansas Storm. We are a new organization. We used to be Dodge City Law last year, but now we got new owners, great people. You know, great. It's gonna have a fun year this year. I feel like we really slept on in the South, but you know we gotta go out and prove our respect this year, and that's what we're gonna do.
100%. All right, now let's start with your early life. Was football your first love, or how did you get into football?
Football always was my first love. So, 7th grade, a funny story about my career. I'm from a small country town in Southeast Arkansas. I say about 8,000 people. And growing up from 3rd to 7th grade, I played basketball and baseball, but we didn't have a football peewee team. So I remember crying to my mom because she wouldn't drive me 30 minutes to a town called Star City, Arkansas, or a town called Warren, Arkansas, to play Pee Wee Pop Warner football. So I actually didn't start playing football until I was 13, and I just fell in love with it. Throughout high school, so I could motivate young athletes. I say play all sports because they all work in one. Baseball, eye-hand coordination. Basketball, working on my agility. Football kept me strong. So track kept me fast. So I did everything in high school, but college, I ran track and I played football, and I fell in love with football from 7th grade, and it's always been my dream. And, you know, I still want to work hard in my career. I love pro arena football, but XFL, USFL, NFL, CFL, getting back outdoors is my goal, but I want to enjoy the arena experience while I can. So I fell in love in football in 7th grade, man. That's when I knew from that point on, it was my sport till I die.
100%, brother. Yeah, and you know, it's interesting. You know, you didn't play in 2013. I didn't get to play in high school because my first couple of years, I wasn't taking school seriously. My grades suffered, and I wasn't hanging out with the right people, wasn't making the right decisions. So basically, my junior year, I turned it around. I was able to actually graduate a semester early with a 3.5 GPA, and I walked down to JUCO. And that was, and appreciate, yeah, thank you. And that was pretty much my first exposure to football. And my college coach, who's a guest on the podcast, Coach Keith Williams, you might find him on IG as Coach Dub. He is now the assistant passing coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens, right? And I mean, that experience to me was kind of really what helped me, kind of mold me as a player and as an athlete, because having someone with that NFL pedigree, having someone, to your point, because you want to get to that next level. That's the point of arena. It's not to stay at the arena level. The AFL is no longer in existence. Now arena is basically kind of like that midway kind of stopping point, kind of, I guess you could say, transitional point for those players trying to get up to the next, right. So
you're right. You are right. And I feel like overall, even Coach Warner tweeted about it. It's a lot of talent in the arena all across America. I feel like, maybe NFL scouts or, CFL scouts, guys like this should give a lot of guys chances, because it's a lot of busted talent out there. It's a lot of gems. I've seen what I learned last year when I got in my first year of arena. I didn't think it was that much talent until I got out there and said it was, some great athletes and some great guys. Just feel like, we just deserve more opportunities. We just deserve more opportunities, because you never know where a stud might be. Look at Cooper Kupp in the Super Bowl right now. He came from the FCS. I played D1 FCS ball. I went to a historical black college, but, it's not always talent just in the SEC, Big 12. You can find talent D2, NAIA, I see some semi-pro guys come up to arena and being great athletes. With that all around, man, and that's what I'm trying to do. I appreciate you doing this broadcast for me. I'm just trying to produce and get my name out there and, get my talent to the world, man.
100%. No, that's what this podcast is for. It serves two purposes. It's to give a platform to, kind of athletes on the come up like yourself, and also established athletes who've already kind of had their careers in the NFL. I've had college football Hall of Famers. I've had UFC Hall of Famers. I've had all from the spectrum, all across spectrum. You know what I mean? And obviously, active NFL players, active NFL coaches. So, I mean, essentially, that's the point. The point of the platform. It's just to kind of unify those experiences and kind of bring it all together. So,
yes, sir.
Absolutely. No, I mean, and I appreciate you kind of showing me respect, and likewise, brother. I mean, it's great to have you. So, let's talk about kind of what you alluded to, your HBCU experience. When you what set the age? Okay, I guess when you were getting recruited, did you assign right after high school, or did you go to a JUCO first?
Okay, so right after high school, I had to go to junior college. Grades wasn't right.
Yeah, hey, see, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So I went to Highland Community College in Kansas.
Right.
To me, life is not about how you start, man. It's about how you finish.
100%.
So, I got 3 kids now. I'm 29, but I had 2 kids at 18.
Yep.
After I did 2 years of junior college, I had offered to Ball State. I kind of regret not taking that offer. I could have been on TV every weekend, living a dream. Yep, but I came back to Kansas, Arkansas, because I was 11 hours from my kids. So the University of Arkansas at Pine-Bluff, the Golden Lions and the SWAC, it was 30 minutes from my hometown where my kids were. So I had a great career there. I'm actually the 8th all-time leading rusher there in 2 years. So more of the story, I tore my groin, and they took my pro day away from me. I never had injury problems. So mentally, I didn't know how that kind of felt. So at the next 3 years, man, I worked at a warehouse. Crazy story. I had my senior year, my son that's 5 now, he was coming along. So I had 3 kids. I had to take care of my family. Then I got 26. I was like, this stuff getting boring. I got into coaching. I was a teacher and coach, a health coach, and a football coach. I was a defensive coordinator at a high school. Then all my players like, Coach Handley, you still in shape. You need to go play football. So I got back in football 2019. Then COVID hit. So that took it. Yes, sir. That sucked a year away from. When I got right back in football, though, I went to go try out for the Duke City Gladiators.
Yeah.
Great arena organization at the time. I feel like I did great at camp. I got cut. It's part of being an athlete. Kept my head high. Amarillo Venom gave me a chance. I went down last year. We had 6 games. My strain, my meniscus, so I only got 3 games. But in those 3 games, I still managed to have 8 touchdowns. Only on like 35 attempts. So I still had, great success. So this year, my main goal is just stay healthy, my knee, I'm 100% now. In the CIF with my new team, the Storm, we have like 12 games. So, my main thing is stay healthy. I tell any athlete that, you want to play every game. It's not personal about your stats, but, the more healthier, if you can really help your team, we need you out there. Because I feel like I hurt my team last year only playing 3 games out of 6. We lost to the Warbows in the championship, and that hurt me, man. That hurt me because I didn't get to play in that game.
And we've had 3 Warbirds on the show, so I definitely can. It resonates.
I respect the Warbirds, though. I salute them. They did that. They beat us 3 times last year, man. 3 times.
3 times, man. Coach Gabe Martinez, one of my close friends, obviously, now he's going to be coaching in Poland. Sorry, not Poland, but the Czech Republic next year with the Australian Steelers. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, and obviously Tim Whitfield now going to be going up to Albany Empire. The first guest of the show, Darius Prince. Funny what you mentioned about semi-pro guys going arena. DP, Darius Prince, not even played college ball. He went to a D3, played basketball. Then he went to go play. He tried out for arena, didn't make it. He started semi-pro. He used semi-pro to get to the NAL, played for the Lehigh Valley Steelhawks. Then he got to Lehigh Valley Steelhawks, and he got called up to the Philadelphia Soul. And then the last week of the regular season, they called him, they activated him, and then he played through the playoffs, and he won Arena Bowl 30, and it was Arena Bowl 30 MVP. He made it on the Philadelphia Eagles practice squad in 2018. I mean,
it's crazy stories. I heard about his stories. That's why I motivate anybody, man. Don't give up on your dream. Yeah. I tell everybody, we get one life, man. I see if we had three lives or 9 lives like a cat or something, we get one. So, like, long as you could keep going. Like I said, I'm 29, man, and I still got the juice. I'll prove that this year. So if I can keep going, I know anybody 26 down can keep going, man.
I mean, and I'm 31. DP's my age. I'm gonna be 32 in April, but I'm still out there getting my arm loose, with my boys. So I'm not sure if you noticed that. Oh, actually, yeah. So I'm gonna be posting more on IG, but it's just kind of like what you said. I mean, it's just age is just a number. You know what I mean? Because DP got signed. You're 29. DP got signed at 28 to the Eagles practice squad. So it's like it don't matter. Not anymore. No. So.
Mentally, you got to go there. Like, even you, like, you're in 31. I see your Instagram. You're out there throwing the ball. You're in great shape. I think as an athlete, it's how you train. It's how you train. I see the guns. You got to train to get better, but also train to, to resist injuries. Because only thing about is your career as you get older, you do age, is obviously. But, I've seen a lot of athletes, if you take care of yourself, you can still go. I mean, look at Adrian Peterson. Look at Frank Gore. I can name a lot of guys that, they're 36, 37. Some greats. Walter Payne plays like 35, So that motivates me. I never feel old. As long as he keep moving, I'm going to keep going, baby.
Yeah, go to Wolves Fall Out, baby. Name the game. Yes, sir. Talk to me about, you mentioned your injury, how frustrating that was. Talk to me about your biggest challenge that you've faced outside of kind of adapting to the arena game. Because for me, so my story, basically, everyone on the show has heard it, and they're probably tired of hearing, but I'm just going to repeat just for your knowledge, because I saw a lot of similarities with your story with mine. I basically, I went to JUCO. I played 2 years. I had the option to go walk on a D3 because we were 0-10. But essentially, at that point, the arena league was starting back up, and they had the SaberCats Combine here in the Bay Area. And essentially, I went out there because Coach Pappin, you Coach Dub, and kind of the connections. I did well enough, but they said, we're sorry, we don't have enough, we don't have stock for your 35 roster. Keep working, come back next year. Then basically, you know what I mean, right? And then the next year, I get a call from Stockton Wolves, a new team starting out here, Central Valley. It's been 2011. Basically, they're like, hey, yeah, awesome, yeah, we saw your slot, we saw your footage. You play slot, you play slot. I'm like, yeah, I play slot, this and that. Like, they were using it the R, Okay, cool. Like, if you want to come out, come work out. I'm looking for, we could probably, see if there's a spot for you on our squad. If it's a good fit for both sides. Michael came out. I made it to the last 3, and then they said, hey, you did great, but hey, man, keep working. Come back next year. I'm like, damn. All right, okay. And so then at this point, I'm just, you know what I mean? Because I'm still in JUCO. I'm still like taking classes. I'm delivering pizzas. I'm always on my case for not having a degree, having a job yet. So I'm just.
It's frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, it's frustrating because and so basically at this point, then I'm just like, okay, like, and then it's 2012. So this is like, so 3. So remember, 2 years, 2 different teams cut or not cut, didn't make it. They basically now 2012, the Stockton Wolves rebranded as California Eagles AIF, the American Indoor Football Association, right? Basically, then I get a call like, hey, Asif, yeah, like we saw you, like, like the whole thing. I'm like, Yeah. I mean, 2 years in a row, I've heard the same shit. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, okay, like, but yeah, no, I mean, but still, we encourage you to come out. We encourage you to come out, come get some work in, see. I'm all right, cool. I'm like, I'm just gonna go in there, no expectations. I'm just gonna give it all, and if nothing happens, nothing happens, right? Comes down to me and one other dude. This other dude was faster than me, bigger than me, had old, like kind of like he could run faster. His vertical was better. Everything was better, right? But
Yes,
essentially, they saw that I wouldn't quit. Like obviously my effort. I kept going, and I would not be outworked. Basically, then finally, they sent us both home, and then I get a call next day, like, Asif. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And they're all like, you got a pen ready? I'm like, yeah, why? They're all like, check your email. I'm like, okay. And then it's like contract. I'm like,
whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, hey, that's a blessing, man. I know you felt
Yeah.
good because I tell everybody, man, you witness it. You gotta fail to succeed. When I went to Albuquerque, they told me, they didn't want me, they cut me. I know God was with me. I knew what I can do. I got a call, like a day later from Coach Theo. He was the offensive coordinator there when they won those championships back. Coach Theo Martinez, good guy.
Yeah.
I'm thankful he gave me the opportunity. Him and Julian Reese was good friends, and he sent me down in Amarillo, and I had a great season. So everything went great with it. And I forgot a lead. A lot of athletes, it hurt a lot of our careers with like leagues folding. The first lead I went into it was the Gridiron League. Do you hear that league?
Yeah. Gridiron. Yeah. Well, it was like something like something like Hidden Gems Gridiron or something like that. I forgot.
National Gridiron League.
Yeah.
Yeah. So crazy story about me. I drove and went to one of these trials. My first trial before I tried to go to Albuquerque. 9 hours, man. I drove 9 hours by myself. Got there. It was like 100 guys there. Only signed 2 of us. And come to find out, it folded. That was my first striker, just like you.
Yeah.
Should I give up? I quit my job. I was a teacher and a coach. I couldn't go back. So I went to Albuquerque. That didn't work out. 2 strikes, man. So when I went to Amarillo, like I said, I made the best of it. Like I said, I feel like I had a great career. If I played all 6 games, my name would probably be bigger. I only averaged 5 attempts, like 6 attempts a game. Like I said, I had a touchdown, 8 touchdowns in 3 games. So, man, I'm excited, man. I did great in Wyoming too. I had maybe like 4 touchdowns there in 2 games. I was actually at Wyoming first, and then I came back to Amarillo Venom because family is important, man.
Yeah.
I want my kids to, arena games are fun, man. Get to sign footballs, you get to learn, jump. It's more exciting. It's not a lot of rules like the NFL. I love that about arena because I feel like, every man should be able to express his emotions, have fun. It's football. You should have feelings on the football field.
Right.
I'm not extra cocky, but when you score, man, I love, for the fans. I could give a ball to my son. I could jump in the stands. I could celebrate.
Yes,
when the other team score, they're going to do it.
Yes, sir.
I'm a humble guy, but sometimes, man, it's 2022. The humbleness got to go. I mean, if you got talent, you gotta let the world know, man.
Yes,
the fans, you gotta play for the fans. Fans like excitement.
100%. I'm so glad the NFL got rid of that touchdown celebration rule because that shit was so bogus, bro. I'm just like, come on now.
Cam Newton couldn't even just do a dab. What?
Yeah.
That's something simple. What you think the kids, they're what the kids want to see out of us. They have fun. My work in education, play, they go out and have fun. So even when they come out and see adults, it's what they want to see.
Yeah.
That's
exactly it. I mean, and I appreciate you kind of saying, you're not cocky, you're just confident, but you enjoy the success and being able to celebrate that success on the gridiron because that's what people, like I said, as athletes, we're there to entertain, right? We're there to entertain the fans who come out there to see however many fans it may be, right? Because arena is different than the NFL. We're not gonna have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of fans every single week. You know what I mean? But whoever does come out there, we want to be able to show. We want to be able to show out. We want to be able to give them the reason why they come out and have a good interactive experience. And to your point about being close to family, that was a big selling point for me when I played. Obviously out here. Then obviously when I went back to school, I went to I finished my degree and then I started working. I actually got where I am now, my actual career, these certificates behind me. And then basically from there, I basically finished. I could go and finish my master's, and then I ended up getting laid off from my gig, and then I got the opportunity to go to Chicago. So I moved cross country, first time ever. I mean, I did play in the AIF Championship against Cape for Heroes out in Fayetteville, North Carolina, back in 2012, right? They blew us out 79-27. So I mean, I know how it feels, right? To kind of like go through that motion of like Oh man, we got this close, and it's like, damn,
Yeah.
But
we stayed close and lost the championship,
yeah,
man.
it happens though. It happens. But, you just gotta, like you said, as a man, you gotta like make your peace with it and move forward. But essentially, kind of like, when I moved to Chicago and I found out that, the Chicago Falcons were there, and obviously arena's still a thing in the East Coast, in the Southwest, in the Southeast, right? I
Yes,
mean, I'm
sir.
just like, okay, cool. Like, I'm like, it's cool to see like some like these other teams I used to scrimmage against. They're up and coming teams, and now they're more established. Like, when the AIF was still around. So, yeah, when they played the Falcons, man, it had been 5 years since I played.
Uh,
So, yeah, but it's different because obviously when I was a rookie with the Eagles, the Cal Eagles, right, in 2012, right, I was 22. I'm like, figuring stuff, and I still won Special Teams Player of the Year, and we had a great year, but essentially it was like I was learning the ropes, right? I was learning the ropes and kind of earning my dues. Now, obviously, on the Falcons, different dynamic. I'm 28, and now these are like, I'm with 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds, and I got to be the veteran and like be able to kind of guide them when we're on kickoff or doing anything, like, and it's a different kind of experience. So obviously, like, but it was a great experience for me because, I mean, I still made the All-Star game, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
I
this is,
mean,
man.
yeah, appreciate it, man.
And being in that role, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a vet because every team need a vet.
100%.
You need a vet. And I'm a quick learner. Like I said, arena, man, it didn't take me long to learn the game.
And now you're a vet.
I have some younger guys there. You just gotta lead them,
Yeah.
And you got the 3 rings, man. Goals, man. I got one. I won
one
high
count.
school, one state in high school, but I'm trying to get some more, man. I'm trying to go as long as I can. So trying to catch you, my guy.
Oh no, you got me. I know you got me. I know you got me.
Show you some jerseys. I got my jersey here from Wyoming.
Let's see this. Oh, look at that. I love it.
Big, man.
Yes, sir. Handy. Anyone on YouTube watching this, check that out. That's the Wyoming Mustangs blue. Man, I like that design because they got the camo and then it got the stars and stripes on number 6. Only number 6. Yes, sir.
I love Wyoming though. Wyoming, they won the CIF award last year for the best fan base.
Yeah,
because they had the best fan base. I feel like even equipment, man, they doing some good things up there with the organization. It's a great program. Like I said, no hard feelings. When I left, it was no hard feelings. I just want to come back towards the South. I'm a country Southern boy, man, and I love it there. But like I said, man, family to me is everything. They always been everything in my career. Like I said, I made a crazy decision. I was going to go back out of JUCO, not to go to Ball State, but I said, man, I made my kids and I want them to see it. I'm on TV. I want them to see it physically. So even now, I'm going to be 6 hours away. I stay in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Woo Pig Suey, where the Razorbacks at. Great program. Great place to raise a family. So I'm about 6 hours from Dodge City, Kansas. So my fiance and my 2 boys and girl, they'll be able to come watch and see me play. And I want my boys to watch me play because both of them athletes. So the longer, the more they get happier, the more that career gonna want to go. So, it's all about family, man. I feel like when you have kids, got to be a man and make that decision for them. Everything should be based off them, even with your career.
Yes, sir. I mean, by the time my kids, maybe I'm hopefully the wheels the wheels haven't fallen off yet. We'll see.
Oh man, you all right, man. You just 31. You got time.
Yeah.
Hey, you got yourself together. That's what I think a lot of men up is starting a family too early. In your 20s, I feel like you got to get yourself together. Financially, education. Now, when that time comes, you're perfect for a family, man. You're perfect.
100%. No, I definitely appreciate that, brother. No, that's exactly the issue. Especially with the arena game, we don't get paid the same money that NFL dudes get paid. And if you don't have your shit in order, I can't tell you how many motherfuckers be DMing me because they need 10 or 15 just to get to work. You know what I mean? Or like whatever. I mean, it's cool. Like I mean, like it's all fair. It's all love. You know what I mean? Like I was there when I was a struggling JUCO product trying to get my name out there. And when I got on a team back in 2012, I did 22 years old. And I was able to make something out of it, even though it folded and I had to go back to school and figure out my career, which like I said, which I'm very blessed and thankful for now. It still helps. It brings me back. That's why I keep playing, because getting out there, getting my work in, it kind of humbles and grounds me to remember, what the struggle is all about. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And I mean, I'm sure that you can relate to that too, because you're still in it, like literally in it, trying to get up to that next level.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of talk to me about, yeah, I guess, yeah, talk to me about that. What's your purpose? I guess your purpose and like your vision for like, football, everything, like just like with where you're at right now in life.
So my vision, like, it's to get higher. Even I feel like, I tell people, even when you're chasing a dream, if you never get to where you want to go, you're in a dream.
Right.
Like if you give your all, and that's what most people regret about their careers. Oh, if I could have did this, or if I could have did that, I could have did that. So like you in your career, your effort got you where you want it. And what I see a lot of top talent guys do, they don't have the effort. So if you have the effort with the talent, you're gonna get there eventually. So my goal, like I know, I tell some people to believe in yourself. Like me and my personal career, when I got back in football at 26, I had some people saying I was old. I'm like, well, we'll see. I didn't listen to the naysayers. I believe me and God, I know what I can do. So that's all that matter. And then, once I started playing football and got successful, some of those people became fans. It's life. That's how it's supposed to go. It's a roller coaster. It's not a straight line. So even with me being 29, I'm not giving up. I can get signed to a team at 30, 31, 32. I'm not trying to be a Hall of Famer. If I get NFL shot, I take the practice team. Like I'm pretty sure anybody in the arena would take that opportunity. I could play special teams. Like I said, I was an athlete my whole life besides football. I'm not just a running back. I'm a great athlete. So I just want to keep going. This will be year 2 of a pro arena ball for me. If I end up staying in pro arena, becoming a pro arena vet, I'm fine with that. A lot of people can't put professional football beside their name. So I'm just blessed to still be doing it. And my goal is honestly is to get some good film this year, get a CIF championship with my team, and try to get in a spring league next year outdoor, like the USFL if it works, or the XFL, and then hopefully do good there, and then get to the NFL. Because I know you got to get, the XFL to give you the exposure that you need if you got the type of talent. Arena, like I said, we got a lot of great talented guys in the arena, but I do feel like it's hard to get more exposure to the higher level. That's why I said I hope NFL scouts and gym, guys like that start going, get guys like that a chance, man, because we just all got crazy stories. Life happens. Everybody don't have a perfect story. And to me, guys like me and some of the guys you announced, man, we be some of the best talent because we hungry. We want it more. We really do want it more. We out here playing, like you said, arena. I know guys who we get paid maybe $300,000 to $1,000 a game, depending on who you are. So that's not a lot of money. So we out there, putting it on the line for not even a lot of money. So what do you think if you give a guy like that $1 million contract?
Exactly.
You thought he was good. He's gonna be 10 times better. So that's my goal, man. I just keep grinding, keep working. My name Brian Handley. Everybody call me Frog, man. So a lot of kids, fans, they love my nickname, and I'm a great guy, great personality. So hopefully y'all hear about me blowing up here pretty soon. And like I said, this will be my 2nd year. My goal, like I said, my goal is just stay healthy this year and it's just do great. Be that underdog that nobody knows about where you came from.
You actually jolted something when with what you just said, right? Like you said about the money, and also kind of being the underdog and kind of the purpose, and also what you said earlier about not going the D1 route to Ball State, and kind of with JUCO, and also kind of with my thing, and also just in general, like a JUCO, anyone in JUCO. This is what what Coach Dub said when he was on this podcast. Anyone who goes to JUCO is literally betting on themselves, right? You're betting on yourself to make it, and you believe in yourself to kind of get to that next level. And like you, I only got paid $80 a game I played. You know what I mean? So I mean,
see, at least money went up a little bit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I make way more now than I ever did playing, right? In arena. But the point of the matter still remains, right? You're betting on yourself. You know what I mean? When you play at this level for this long, you're literally betting on yourself, like you said, to get to the XFL, get to the NFL, get to the CFL. I mean, you kind of already answered, but kind of talk to me about kind of what you think about, like, how you bet on yourself and that decision that you kind of talked about going to the HBCU, how it's closer to family, and also kind of how I think also you got more exposure playing at Pine-Bluff versus going to play at Ball State. Talk to me a little bit about how you feel that's carried your momentum to where you are today. Because I do feel like that foundation can definitely set the tone for, that next phase of your career. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so exactly what you said. They set the foundation. Going to JUCO, what I can say, a lot of guys, I mean, I say 90% of JUCOs, like even the JUCO show we had on Netflix, oh man, don't take in like 400 people. I had no Walmart, no McDonald's. So I was really able to focus on football. And that's what I love. And then, like you said, JUCO guys, when you go to JUCO, you're not promised a D1 scholarship, but you're risking it. So going from JUCO and then even going to a HBCU, I think they both got something in common because now you see they had the historical Black college combines now. They didn't have that when I was in school in 2015 and 16 because there's a lot of great guys in there. It's a lot of great, Terran Armsteads and guys like that you can find. But I just feel like you don't get the opportunity. Sometimes, I know my senior year, we didn't even have a pro day. If I was going to go to UCA, my coach, he's a Hall of Famer linebacker, Monty Coleman, great name. He won with the Super Bowl, on the Super Bowl with the Redskins. I don't know if you heard of him, played way back in the day, but, he was going to send me to Conway to do my pro day, UCA, another FCS school. And I'm just looking at, I don't even know why we wouldn't have a pro day when we have produced athletes in the NFL since the early 2000s, but since it's a historical Black college, that's the opportunities that you might have. But I feel like going through JUCO and going through, the HBCU, just, still having a successful career and nothing happens. But like I said, man, when you just got to keep going. I see a lot of guys, I feel like they don't get where they go because they quit. What are you going to get out of quitting? Like the same thing I'm repeating, you get one life, man. Like I said, I'm a run to the wheels fall off, baby.
Yes, sir. No, 100%.
And that gave me the foundation, like Arena. Like I said, I've been through 2 experiences where I was fighting to get out. I didn't kind of succeed both times. JUCO, should have went to Ball State, didn't. Went to a smaller school, FCS, wanted the NFL, didn't. But guess what? Pro Arena, it gave me an opportunity. So now, to me, I'm in JUCO all over again. Some kind of similar funny about my life. I used to have the long locks, man. People know me for the locks, man, and I kind of just gave myself the guy. Like I'm still mean on the field, man, but I gave myself the guy that became just kind of a better person. And like I said, it's crazy to me when I graduated high school, great running back. I went to Kansas. Now I'm going to Kansas again. So this time the goal is after I do a year or so here, hopefully God bless me with a higher, keep going higher. Now I'm more smart. I have the knowledge to make the right decision as a grown man. So let's see where it goes, man. It's nothing wrong with starting over. I feel like in my life, that's what I'm doing. I'm starting over, man. Fresh start.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you can't. So everybody's scared, but you got to be brave. I feel like it's a dream chaser. You got to go. Like I said, a lot of people, man, they got talent, but they're scared to fail, so they don't chase their dream. It's failing. Me and you both witness failing is part of the process. Failing is part of the process.
That is the truest statement, that anyone could ever. That's the truest principle anyone could ever adhere to. You know what I mean? Because for me, like obviously, since not playing high school, I remember when I stepped on a JUCO freshman year, like, oh, where'd you play ball at? I'm like, I didn't play ball my first year. They're like, you didn't play in high school? I'm like, nah. And they're like, man, you crazy. You know what I mean? And I remember certain coaches when I was trying to get on a JUCO team, they turned me away because I did just for the fact I didn't play. They said, I remember Chabot College out here. He said, I remember the email, and I'll never forget it. He said, Asif, I really appreciate you reaching out, but we're loaded at wideout, and it's gonna be, if you've never played for it, it's gonna be very difficult to make something out of this. But I wish you the best and all the best to you. But you see, that, I remember that every single day. I remember that email every single day. You know what I mean? Because to your point about kind of being the belief and being a dream chaser, and also kind of just having that motivation, that carried me not just through football but into all phases of life. Because there's, like you said, there's always going to be someone who doubts you. Oh. And for me also, like we said about people who doubted you and they became fans. I mean, I remember people who say you're a joke. They say, bro, yeah, what is this? Like, what are you a joke? Like, what? Like, who the fuck you think you are? You're not an athlete? I'm like, bet. You know what I'm saying? Bet.
get in the lab and keep working.
Just keep working.
I could have had some awards, man. To show the fans. So I got this in high school. I mean, in college, it's the Chancellor Award.
Oh, there we go. Check that out.
Chancellor Award. Unsung hero for being dedicated, personable, coachable, and having a tireless work habit. So I won that at my college, for having a crazy work ethic. They do the MEAC SWAC challenge in HBCU football. I won SWAC MVP 2015.
Oh, look at that.
Actually, the defensive player of that game was Great D Talker right now. He's in the league, Hargraves. Steelers. Yeah, he won it for defense, and I won it for offense. So, it was just a winner award with a guy like that, man. Darius Leonard played in that game. He was a linebacker. I played against him. And it would motivate me. Like, Arena is some great guys, but even in JUCO, I feel like Kansas, I played Cordell Patterson, Tyreek Hill. I played against some great competition. And even at HBCUs, I played against some great competition. Like, it's a lot, like I said, it's a lot of buzz. I feel like in football, in HBCUs that guys get looked over. That's how I felt about myself. But it's, I just have to keep going, man. Playing against top talent too, it gets you better. So
exactly.
I will tell people that I always try to go to the top talent. Even me, like I said, I'm a team guy, I'm team oriented, but if you got to do what's best for yourself. Like I'm proud of myself. There's nothing wrong with CIF, but I gotta keep going. I'm getting older. So if IFL opportunity come or CFL opportunity come and I have to go, I can still run. I better keep going, man, because you never know when those legs go down. I'm blessed to still be running at 29. So
yeah.
I'm trying to get higher, man. And like I said, I was a great athlete all through my life, even through college and stuff. I had an injury, things happen. But like I said, never be scared to start over. I tell anybody that. But, a lot of guys, Arena, what I love about Arena, it's a JUCO to me. It's always a door open.
Right.
Always a door open.
It always is. I totally agree with you on that. And, thank you for sharing those awards, accolades, all listeners and viewers, man. I mean, Brian, bro, this motherfucker's a fucking baller. You know what I'm saying?
Baller, baby.
Baller, baby.
I like gold, man. I like gold. So you'll see me out there playing this year, man. I keep the gold mouthpiece, man. Yeah. I just like gold, man. I'm a good guy, but I just love gold. It's something about gold. Like you see, I got the icy watch, man.
I love it.
I just like I like the shine. What Deion Sanders say? You look good, you play good, you feel good, they pay good. So there you go. There you go, man.
Yeah. There you go. I also want to say one thing about your comment about HBCU talent, right? One of my teammates, Hashim, he went to go play at Lane, and a guy by the name of Jacoby Jones came from Lane. You know what I mean? And so, like you said, he played also in 2014, so there wasn't the combine, but they got to play against guys like Ricardo Lockett, and they got to play against guys like like other guys who and so it's good that, like you said, they finally got the HBCUs finally got their recognition, their shine, but like you said, there's a lot of talent like yourself who's undiscovered because of the fact that that it may not be as nationally televised,
Yeah.
So hopefully they definitely start recruiting more, and hopefully they change that personally.
You'll find them, man. You'll find them.
You'll find them.
Got the football pillow too, man. Football's life.
Yeah, it is life, bro. Hey, there ain't nothing else to it.
Nothing else to it, man. Nothing else to it.
In closing, your goals for this year, and anything else you want to share? Man,
for closing, like I said, I appreciate you. I hope you keep up with my career throughout the year. Even all the guys that talk to. Like I said, personally, I don't care about stats. Like even me with my personal life, I just wake up every day and I get after it. I take maybe 1 or 2 rest days, but I don't set goals. I just go. I want to get better every day. Right. I want to leave past in the past and look at the moment. I feel like that you'll be more successful if you could. Like you said, even if a bad play happens, move on to the next play. It's all about your mental mindset.
Short-term memory.
My first goal is honestly, I'm a team oriented. I want a ring. That's what it's about. I got 1 ring. I want another ring. I got a championship last year and lost. So my main goal is a ring. But besides that, my second goal is just to get higher. I don't care about winning MVP of the league or anything like that. I want a ring, and I want to get work higher and get in a higher league. So those are my main two goals this year.
Yes, sir. And actually, I forgot to ask, who's winning today?
Oh man, I'm going with the Rams.
Oh, you're on the Rams. Okay. Yeah.
I picked the Bengals. I like Joe Burrow. I think as a Bengal fan, y'all got the AFC championship, but you're not getting the Super Bowl. Time will tell. Aaron Donald and Von Miller, they're gonna be after him, man. They're gonna be after him.
Yes, yeah, I'm a Niners fan, so I gotta go with my guy Joe Burrow.
We'll see how it go. Hey, Rams are gonna be following Chase, man.
Yeah, but
give them a minimum starts.
Yeah, but then who's gonna be taking up Higgins? I mean, you got Chase. Then what about Higgins?
You're right. We'll see how this go.
Yeah.
I'm a Cardinals fan. We had a bad year. Hawkins went down. Well, I got talked about injuries. You want to play every game. Soon D-Hop went down. Our season went down. So we'll see how it go, man. I don't really. It don't really matter to me because I'm not a fan of the team. Would I like Joe Burrow to get a ring? But I feel like the Rams are hungry. They got so many great athletes who Ramsey never had a ring. Donald never had a ring. Stafford never had a ring. Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham never had a ring. I think that's what's going to motivate them to go. And no disrespect to the Bengals, I feel like Joe Burrow and them will be back because they're so young,
Yeah.
They're so young. But we will see how it go, man. The Bengals is not a pick that you shouldn't use. It's 50-50, man.
It literally is.
I don't know if the Rams are going to win is because I think they're going to want a little more. Team by team, the talent is even.
Right. Absolutely.
Totally even.
Totally even. And that's the thing. I mean, you're right. There's a lot of veterans on the Rams who are hungrier or just long overdue for a ring, right? But then you're also right in the fact that Bengals are, because I had my last guest, Marcus Ogden, played not my last guest, like 2 weeks ago. He was on the show. He played the NFL for 4 years. He's the younger brother of Johnson Ogden. He basically said that, like the Bengals, I mean, it's no disrespect because he picked the Bengals to lose to Kansas City. They ended up winning. He said, no disrespect to the Bengals, if they lose, but like he's worried as a Ravens fan, because he's a Ravens fan, that the Bengals are basically positioning themselves to be the powerhouse team of the AFC North for the next 5 to 10 years.
I see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I'm a GM or owner or anything like that of the Bengals, man. I got to get Joe Burrow protected. I mean, you got to be an MVP guy if you don't think the man the next Brady. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I respect, man. I think as it's 2022, the hate got to stop. Show love, man. He's good. I don't have to be a bandwagon and be a Bengals fan because I'm not, but he's good. I ain't seen him take a lot of hits, and man, he gets up. He's tough. Who don't want a tough quarterback?
Right.
Tom Brady, GOAT, tough. Wasn't as fastest, don't even look like a stud, but he's tough. We watched him. Tough. And Joe Burrow, he gives me that toughness. Stafford, to me, great quarterback. He went through a lot of stuff with the Lions, but I feel like what makes him better is the system and the people around him. But Joe Burrow, man, he's got it done with limited help. You got to respect that.
Big facts. You got to, because it's just crazy when you look at it. Like, I mean, they should not even be here, honestly. Like,
nobody thought that.
I mean, who would have thought in the last game that they would hold Patrick Mahomes and that offense to 3 points in the second half and come back down 18 to win the game at Arrowhead?
Yeah.
I mean,
their defense played great this year too.
Yeah.
So you could be right on your pick, man. We time will tell. Time will tell.
Time will tell.
You about it when I'm watching the Super Bowl today. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. All right, cool. So Brian, man, appreciate you, brother. It was great having you on, learning about your story and your future career. Yes, sir. Look at that. Y'all watch on YouTube. You see the bicep. You see,
man. Yeah. Gotta get them Derrick Henry stiff arms, man.
Yes, sir. Derrick Henry stiff arms, brother. You gotta get that. So once again, go ahead and drop those socials for anyone who's interested in learning more about Brian and obviously where they can follow you.
Okay, man. You can follow me on Instagram at Frog FROG _ TURNT Frog Turn. Also, you can add me on Facebook. My name is Brian BRIAN. Last name Handley HANDLEY. So that's my, also my Twitter, Brian BRIAN _ superstar. So if you want to follow me on social media, keep up with my path and my career, I appreciate it. But one thing I can promise you, man, with God on my side, we going to the top. So don't become a fan later, become a fan now, baby.
Yes, sir. Become a fan now and get on board, while the wagon's high.
Gotta get those 3 rings, man. You motivate me.
Appreciate you, brother. And it was motivating to talk to you to kind of remind myself, why we do this shit. So from one athlete to another.
Keep going, man. Keep getting people names out there and keep doing your podcast. I appreciate it, brother.
100%, brother. Brian, thank you once again, brother. Have a blessed day. Talk to you about the Super Bowl when you're going to be in tears when your Rams lose.
See you, man. Have a good day, my guy.
All right, bro. Later.